Okay, got it. One thing with respect to another. Okay, how else do you define ratio? क्या समझते हो? If I tell you the ratio of girls is to boys in a class is 3:2. तुम देखते हो ना IIMs में होता है डाइवर्सिटी का रेशियो तुम्हारा, एकेडमिक डाइवर्सिटी, जेंडर डाइवर्सिटी, फिर वो होता है तुम्हारा वर्क एक्स, फ्रेशर. सो दैट इज व्हाट? रेशियो, राइट? Right, exactly. Comparison between quantities. So this is comparison between quantities. Unlike percentages, में what we did, we had this thing called something, some quantity that is a part of it, maybe a part of it from the whole. ये था हमारा percentage का concept, right? But what happens in ratio? Ratio is always two quantities. So it is always something upon something. It is always in the form of P by Q form, where this denominator cannot be zero. क्योंकि zero हो गया तो ये undefined हो जाएगा, defined नहीं होगा ये fraction जो भी है, ratio तुम्हारा है. So this cannot be zero. Can numerator be zero? Yes, numerator can be zero. Okay. Now from this topic, you can expect 1 or 2 questions in your CAT का paper. And the difficulty level is medium, easy to medium level. ज़्यादा difficult नहीं questions पूछते, unless this topic gets combined with other topics like your PNL, SICI, time and work and time speed distance. अगर इनमें से combine हो गया, इनके साथ combine हो गया इसका concept कोई, then it becomes a difficult question. But जैसे ये है, it is again a kind of base chapter जो मैंने कल भी बोला था, which will help you gain a support or maintain a background or give you a strong base over the other concepts, right? So that is how we see ratio and proportion as a chapter. अभी ratio क्या है और proportion क्या है? If I have two ratios, for example 2/3, 2/3, can I write it as 4/6? Can I write it as 20/30? Can I also write it as 40/60? Right? So all these ratios are what? Can I say these ratios are equal? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So what do you mean when you say ratios are equal? Ratios are in proportion. Ratios are equal का मतलब है ratios are in proportion. Okay, proportion is just a fancy term. ज्यादा कुछ इससे डरने की जरूरत नहीं है कि क्या है ये, तो हमें कभी हमने पढ़ा ही नहीं. What is this fancy thing? It is nothing. When ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. ठीक है? Now let's move ahead. ये definition समझ गए हमको basic वाली. Let's see some properties. अभी ratio proportion की कुछ properties होती है which are not directly asked in the exam, but it is good to know since it helps you in your calculations, right? अगर तुम्हारे पास दो रेशियो है, if you have two ratios, A by B is equal to C by D. These are your two ratios, okay? So I can say first property that if I inverse this ratio B by A, it will still be equal to the inverse of the second ratio D by C. And this property is nothing but invertendo, because I have inverted the ratios or the fractions, okay? Now second property, if I take this C to this denominator and put the B in the numerator, if I interchange, so A by C will again be equal to B by D. This is called as alternate, because we have alternated these two places, right? Similarly, I can say D by B is equal to C by A. Again, I have alternated these two places. Okay. Third property is if I add this denominator to the numerator, A plus B is equal upon B is equal to C plus D upon D, which is nothing but componendo. This some of you might be knowing. This is really used, I mean. Fourth, अगर addition equal है तो subtraction भी होना चाहिए. So A minus B upon B is equal to C minus D upon D. This is nothing but dividendo. Next property, if you combine these two things, so a plus b upon a minus b will be equal to c plus d upon c minus d, and this is what componendo and dividendo. इसके नाम याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Nobody asks you what is this property. This is not your CBSE का पेपर या फिर स्टेट बोर्ड का पेपर, बोर्ड एग्जाम नहीं है ये. Nobody will ask you this, but these properties are good to know. They make your calculations easier sometimes. इसका ही application से some questions you can solve with pure logic. You don't even need to pick up your pen and paper, right? Without touching pen and paper, you can फटाफट solve it. अब जैसे न्यूमरेटर में किया, can we do it with the denominator? So a upon a minus b is equal to c upon c minus d, which is called as convertendo. Okay. And the last property is if you are given more than two fractions, जैसे मैंने बोला a by b is equal to c by d is equal to e by f, this fraction will be equal to, all these fractions will be equal to a plus c plus e divided by b plus d plus f. And all these terms, जो numerators है, they are called as antecedents, and the denominators are called as consequents. So the sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence is equal to each of these individual fractions or ratios. समझिए ये properties. Any doubt in any property? Last property क्या बोल रहा है? If I have more than two ratios, a by b is equal to c by d is equal to e by f. So if I add up these three numerators and these three denominators, the ratio will still be equal to each individual ratio. If I have, suppose 2 by 3 is equal to 20 by 30 is equal to 200 by 300, suppose, ठीक है, 300. So these three ratios are equal. So this will be equal to, this will be equal to 2 plus 20 plus 200 upon 3 plus 30 plus 300. Okay, देख लो. This is what 66%. ये भी उतना ही आएगा 222 upon 333. This is proportion or equal to property. Equal to बोल रही हूँ ना, each individual fraction or each individual ratio, I can say 2 by 3 is equal to 222 by 333. Similarly, I can say 20 by 30 is equal. Similarly, I can say 200 by 300 is equal. And when these ratios are equal, can I also say they are in proportion? एक ही तो बात हुई. What is the confusion here? अभी आगे और देखते हैं what kind of questions we will get and how to approach them. ठीक है? Okay. Now, there will be some questions you will be able to, you will be required to find out values of individual components from a given ratio. For example, if I say, if I have been given in a question that A is to B ka ratio is 2:3, okay, and I have been given the sum A plus B is equal to, let's say, 45, okay, then what are the individual values of A and B? So हमने स्कूल में कैसे पढ़ा था कि चलो assume कर लो this is 2x, this is 3x. Now let us say 2x plus 3x, sum क्या दिया है 45, तो ये 5x हो जाएगा 45, x is equal to 9, right? And then you find out A is equal to 2x, so 18, B is equal to 3x, so 27. Now, what can we do instead of this? Can we not take x here? Can we say A is equal to 2 by 5 and B is equal to 3 by 5? We have to find out, this is ratio. This is the ratio. We have to find out actual value. So A is 2 by 5 of what? 45 में से 2 by 5 A है and B is 3 by 5 of 45. So this gives me 18. This gives me 27. Okay. ठीक है, देखो, look here once more. What I'm saying that if you're given this ratio, A is to B ka ratio is 2:3. ठीक है, and the sum is given as 45. A plus B is 45, and you need to find out what is the value of A, what is the value of B. So what I can say कि if A and B are in the ratio 2:3, so part of A is 2 parts out of how many total parts? 5 parts. A is 2 parts out of 5 parts. And what is the total into 45? And B is nothing but 3 parts out of 5 parts from 45. Right? Can I say this? तभी तो रेशियो आएगा ना A is to B का 2 is to 3 when it is out of 5 parts. अब understood? समझा? Okay, chalo, let's move ahead. This was a very basic thing for two numbers or one ratio. If you have 3 numbers, let's say A is to B is to C, ठीक है? And the sum is given to you as A plus B plus C is equal to 34, let's say. And the ratio, let's say it is given as 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3, एक और ले लेते हैं 1 is to 9, let's say. तो अब कैसे करोगे तुम? Again, you will assume x by 2 plus x by 3 plus x by 9. You will take the this thing LCM as 18. फिर ये हो जाएगा तुम्हारा 9x plus 6x plus 2x. You will equate this to 34. This will give you what? 17x upon 18 is equal to 34. तुम यहाँ करोगे x is equal to 36 निकालोगे, फिर से यहाँ पे put in करोगे and fractions निकालोगे. Instead of that, again what we did here, similarly, let's get rid of the denominators here because denominators is creating a problem. Simple fraction तो हमें पता था. So let's get rid of the denominators. Now how I will get rid of the denominator? Let me multiply each fraction with the LCM. So 1 by 2 into 18 is to 1 by 3 into 18 is to 1 by 9 into 18. So this will become 9 is to 6 is to 2. Now this is my ratio given. Let's say I need to find out the value of B. So B is 6 parts. Out of how many total parts we have? 17 parts. Because 9 plus 6 plus 2 is what? 17, right? Of 34. So B is nothing but 12. Value of B is 12. Similarly, we can find for A, it is 18. And for C, it is 4. क्या confusion हुआ यहाँ पे? Where did you not understand? What did you not understand? I have done the same thing with क्या जो भी मैंने 2 fractions मतलब 2 numbers वाला ratio के साथ किया वही मैंने 3 numbers के साथ किया. But the difference here is that because they were fractions, I tried to eliminate the denominator. अब denominator eliminate करने के लिए I multiplied each fraction with the LCM. What is 18? 18 is nothing but the LCM of 2, 3 and 9. अगर LCM से multiply करूंगी तभी तो मेरा fraction हटेगा. Right? If we don't eliminate the denominator, फिर तुम्हारे fraction आएगा. Then do it with fraction. This will be, अगर A find करना है, what will be A? 1 by 2 of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 9 of 34. Again, तुम्हें ये solve करने के लिए you will have to take LCM, right? समझा अरुण? So कहीं ना कहीं तो तुम ये कर ही रहे हो. अब ये भी कॉम्प्लेक्स ही हो रहा है तुम्हारा फ्रैक्शन सो यू हैव टू एनीवे टेक अ एलसीएम. वो फिर यहाँ लोगे तुम ये फ्रैक्शन इट्स बिकमिंग कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, राइट? या एग्जैक्टली, यस. 34 was part of question. Yes, this is given to you. What next we have? Suppose you might have seen this questions also. जब तुम्हें you're given 2 ratios, right? 2 or more ratios, let's say. So उनको कैसे करेंगे? If my question is A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. I am taking very basic numbers because I want to focus more on concept and not calculation. Calculation to tum kar loge. And let's say this is 4 is to 5. This is given in the question. Okay. And my question is to find out A is to B is to C. This is my question. Is what? This is my question. So what I will do? Currently मुझे दिया है A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3 and B is to C is equal to 4 is to 5. Here common क्या है? B. B is common. So I need to make B in both of these terms equal. अब इन दोनों को मैं equal कैसे करूंगी? I will multiply it with the LCM. I will take the LCM again. 2 is to 3 है और 4 is to 5 है. इन दोनों का LCM क्या होता है? 12. तो multiply by 4 here, multiply by 3 here. This will become 8:12, and this will become what? 12:15. So then can I say A:B:C is equal to 8:12:15? Got this, everybody? You need to make the common वाला variable common, value of the common variable as same. समझा इतना? इसमें कोई doubt? Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
हाँ ठीक है, देखो एक और बार देखो. If I have two ratios like A is to B and B is to C, here B वाला value is the common one. So if I have to eliminate one of this, so I have to make this value as same. And how I will make this value same? By taking LCM. So what is LCM of 3 and 4? 12. So I multiplied this entire ratio by 4 and this entire ratio by 3. तो ये क्या हो गया? 2 into 4 8 हो गया, ये 12, ये 12 और ये 15. So I can directly write 8:12:15. एक और है last वाला thing. Similar kind of questions also you might have seen or you will see. कभी कभी you are given equation kind of a thing, not equation, but they will tell you कि suppose 2A is equal to 3B is equal to 4C. तो तुम बताओ ratio of A is to B is to C क्या होगा? राइट. सो व्हाट यू विल डू, तुम सबको एक के टर्म्स में डालने का ट्राई करोगे, जैसे 2A, देन यू विल पुट B also in A का टर्म. व्हाट इज B in A का टर्म? 2/3A. देन अगेन यू विल ट्राई टू पुट C in A का टर्म, 2A/4. तो ये आ जाएगा 2A/2/3. ये A कैंसिल हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, तो हटा दो इसको. 2:2/3:2/4. ये हो गया 1/2. फिर तुम LCM लोगे, फिर इसको एडजस्ट करोगे. Instead of doing all this tamjam, what you need to do here is that just equate this constant. ठीक है? And what is this constant? यहाँ पे हमेशा take it as the LCM. So LCM of 2, 3 and 4 can I say is 12? Can I take it as 12? So 2 into something, 3 into something and 4 into something. 2 into what will give me 12? 6. 3 into what will give me 12? 4. And 4 into what will give me 3? So what is the ratio of A is to B is to C? 6:4:3. Very basics. ये चैप्टर में ऐसा कोई महान तोड़फोड़ कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, बस ये बेसिक चीजें ही है, कोई बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. इट्स वेरी लॉजिकल थिंग, राइट? अब लेट्स सॉल्व सम क्वेश्चंस. लेट्स सी व्हाट द क्वेश्चंस आर. ठीक है? 12 LCM. yes 12 is LCM. हमेशा to make ratios or to play with ratios, there is a very important part of the LCM thing. Instead of assuming values like X, Y, Z, something like that, if you do it with the LCM thing, your calculation becomes simpler. But still you need to know कि concept क्या है बीच में, what is behind the concept behind a ratio, which is nothing but part of something, right? Something upon something, I can say. Or you can always say the ratio of A or the part of A in some complete value is part upon whole. तो ये concept पता होगा तो it becomes easy to apply in all the questions. अगर सिर्फ फॉर्मूला पता है, फॉर्मूला पढ़ के जाओगे तो कुछ और पूछा होगा तो समझेगा ही नहीं कि भाई पूछा क्या है, गिवन क्या है और व्हाट यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट. फिर क्वेश्चन ट्विस्ट कर दिया तो यू विल हैव प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है? लेट्स सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस. लेट्स सी सम क्वेश्चंस हियर. क्या दिए हैं? Read the first question and try to solve, then we'll solve. This is the common value. Take LCM. This will become what? 15 हो जाएगा. तो ये 10:15:24. Right? Now what is the second number? 15. But of what? 15 parts of what? 30. 15 is not the answer. I got some people replying to me as 15. 15 नहीं है आंसर. ये भी तुम्हें फैक्टरिंग करना है कि सम उसका क्या है. आया सबका 39 कहाँ से आया? ये टोटल पार्ट्स क्या है तुम्हारे? 10 + 15 25 + 24 49. Should we move ahead to the next question? 5 कहाँ से आया? 5 कहाँ दिख रहा है? 5 नहीं है, ये 15 है अगर ये पूछ रहे हो तो. This is 15. नहीं समझा इसमें. What is given to us? This is very much as the example we solved, right? ये given है कि sum ये है. दो रेशियोज गिवन है तुमको. अब तुमने निकाल लिया a is to b is to c का रेशियो, बिकॉज यू हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ b कि b का क्या है भाई वैल्यू यहाँ पे. तो दो वैल्यू को इक्वेट कैसे करोगे, एलसीएम लोगे, इसको 5 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, इससे 3 से कर दो. सो दिस विल बिकम 10 is to 15 is to 24. अब what is b का part here, 15 parts from how many, what is the total parts, 49 parts of 98 which gives you 30. Let's see the next question. Solve this quickly. This is also the same one. Exactly same जो हमने किया अभी. इसमें 12 और 25 का एलसीएम लोगे. बहुत अच्छे. इजी क्वेश्चन में भी तुम 10-20 करके आओ और चले जाएंगे तुम्हारे मार्क्स ऐसे ही. मतलब कैट वाला क्या करे, इजी क्वेश्चन दे तो भी तुम गलती करो, डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन दे तो भी तुम्हें बुरा लगे. इजी क्वेश्चन दिखाने की इतने खुश हो जाते हैं सब लोग कि भाई क्या ही आ गया, जैकपॉट लग गया हाथ अभी, और करके आएंगे गलती. नहीं, इट इज नॉट टाइपिंग मिस्टेक, वॉट एवर इट इज. अगर टीटा क्वेश्चन में टाइपिंग मिस्टेक करके आए तो सो एंड सो कार्स इन 4 garages ऑफ अ सिटी. If half of first, 2/3 of second, 3/4 of third, 4/5 of the fourth are same number of cars, then find the ratio of A's to D. दिया यहाँ पे 4 garages है, A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 175,200. And what is given, half of first, A by 2 is equal to 2/3 of B is equal to 3/4 of C is equal to 4/5 of D is equal to the number of car are the same number of cars. So this is equal to some constant. तो तुम्हें पूछा है A और D का रेशियो, तो ये बाकी सब कैलकुलेट करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. हमारे क्या है ये, A/2 is equal to 4/5D. तो A by D, can I write it as 8/5? Because here you are not required to find the absolute values. A और D की वैल्यूज फाइंड करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, तुम्हें सिर्फ रेशियो ही पूछा है. So you can directly get this from there. What is given in the question? Present ages of Shakti and Celine are in the ratio what? 10 and 3. Right? So let's say इसका age है 10x और इसका age है 3x. After 3 years, the ratio of their ages becomes 23:9. 3 साल के बाद इसका age क्या हो जाएगा? 10x plus 3. And इसका age क्या हो जाएगा? 3x plus 3. What is the ratio given? 10x plus 3 divided by 3x plus 3 is equal to 23/9. Quickly solve it. 90x plus is equal to what? क्या आ रहा है आंसर? क्या पूछा है? फाइंड द डिफरेंस ऑफ देयर एजेस. सो दिस वी हैड अज्यूम शक्ति की एज एज 10x, तो ये 20 हो गई. इसकी एज क्या हो गई? 6 साल. तो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? 20 minus 6, 14 साल. आया सबका? नाउ यू वुड हैव दिस क्वेश्चन. तुम पूछोगे कि यहाँ पे तो बोले 17 years के बाद डिफरेंस कैलकुलेट करना है, हमने तो प्रेजेंट एज में डिफरेंस कैलकुलेट कर लिया. तो यू टेल मी योर डिफरेंस बिटवीन योर एंड योर ब्रदर और सिस्टर्स एज आफ्टर 1 year और 2 year और वट एवर ईयर्स, 10 years. डिफरेंस तो उतना ही रहेगा ना, क्योंकि दोनों उतने ही ग्रो कर रहे हो. राइट? हाँ, एग्जैक्टली. सो आया ये सबका आंसर 14 आया. इसमें कोई is given in the question, 3 friends took a car on rent for a total of 12 hours and paid a total rent of rupees 120 for the same. तो उसका कितना रेंट होगा कार का? 10 per hour. ये यहीं से हो गया. Jack used it for 3 hours. 3 friends है, Jack, Seju and Remo. Jack used it for 3 hours. Seju used it for 5 hours. ये हो गए 8 hours और टोटल कितने थे? 4 घंटे. तो ये बाकी का है 4 घंटे इधर आ गए, टोटल 12 घंटे थे. Okay. Find the amount paid by Remo if he additionally pays 2/3 of the rent due from Jack. Now what is the rent they are supposed to pay? Since it is 10 rupees per hour, Jack is supposed to pay 30, Seju has to pay 50 and Remo has to pay 40 rupees as their respective shares. But what Remo is doing, he is additionally paying. एक तो उसका 40 भर रहा है वो बेचारा. Additionally क्या भर रहा है? 2/3 of the rent due from Jack. So 2/3 of Jack का rent, which is 20 rupees, ये भी वो भर रहा है. So total he is paying 60 rupees. Right? The question. What is given? Raju works in an office. The ratio of number of days he is present to the number of days he is absent. So can I say present divided by absent is equal to 8:3. And as a result, he receives 80% of the amount due to him. So 8 days, 8 parts he was present, which contributes to 80% of his salary. Now, if the sum of his present days and absent days is the same, but ratio is reverse, तो ये क्या हो गया? Ratio reverse हो गया. So present by absent is equal to now 3/8. So if 8 parts correspond to 80%, so 3 parts will correspond to how much? 30%. Total should be 100%. Total is still 100%. If you see this, so 12 parts here correspond to 100%, but he is getting only 80% का salary. So your 8 parts correspond to 80% salary. उसको बोला ना 80% ही मिला उसको. So here 1 part will correspond to 10% salary. अब पूछा है 3 parts यहाँ पे, तो 3 parts will obviously be 30% ना. हाँ ऐसे उसको पूरा salary मिला ही नहीं, उसको 80% ही मिला. If you had to do this by traditional method, उससे भी करोगे तो यही आएगा तुम्हारा 8/11 of what of your total salary, let's say, is equal to 80%. तो फिर क्या आएगा इसका 8, 10, ये 0, 0 क्या आ जाएगा तुम्हारा x 11/10. अब इसका ये तुम 3 पार्ट्स फाइंड करो. 3/11 into 11/10, तो ये क्या आ गया तुम्हारा 3/10 percentage, which gives you 30%. ये भी वही आया. It is given in this question. Sejal and Sami invested a certain sum of money, कुछ तो sum था उनका, for 8 years in the ratio 6:12. So Sejal and Sami invested it for 6:12, or let's say 1:2. After 8 years, they received 11 lakhs as profit. 11 lakhs का profit हुआ उनको. But since Sejal worked as a manager, she was to be additionally compensated with an annual package of rupees 1 lakh. अब देखो यहाँ कितना क्या बोला है? Annual package of 1 lakh. And this is for 8 years. So I need to remove 8 lakhs from here. तो तुम्हारा कितना बच गया profit? 3 lakhs. Now this has to be distributed among Sejal and Sami in their respective ratios of investment. So Sejal ने क्या करा था? 1 part, and इसका था 2 parts out of total 3 parts. तो ये क्या हो गया? इसका 1 lakh and इसका हो गया 2 lakhs. The numbers are pretty easier, so you don't really need to calculate. So what is asked received by Sami? Sami को इतना मिला ये. Is given in the question. A mother divides a certain number of chocolates among her 4 children. Let's say she had X number of chocolates. Akash received 37.5% of the chocolates. तो X में से आकाश को मिल गए how many chocolates? 37.5% of X. Now what is remaining with the mother? 62.5. Right? 62.5% is remaining with the mother. Now what she did out of the remaining chocolates, okay, of these chocolates, Sonal and Kushal together received 20% of the chocolates. So what they did here, 20% of this remaining chocolate, who is receiving? Sonal and Kushal together. बचा कितना? इसमें से 80% of this, of whatever 62.5%, ये मदर के पास remaining है अभी. Further, Sonal and Kushal together receive 20% in the ratio 1:2. So इनका ratio is given. Okay, ठीक है. Now what is given further? Find the number of chocolates received by Rahul. Now we don't know who Rahul is. Rahul is the 4th. fourth child. Rahul, if he gets the chocolates remaining after distribution to Akash, Sonal and Kushal, तो मतलब ये जो मदर के पास बचे थे ये सारे के सारे राहुल को गए. The total, we have to find this value, huh? The total number of chocolates given to Kushal and Sonal is 30. So can I say 20% here? 20% of the total chocolates that were remaining is equal to 30 chocolates. So can I find out the x का value from here? क्या हो जाएगा? 30 divided by this will come to be 0.125. तो इसको ऐसे कर लो. This will give you 240. आया total chocolates 240. Okay, now what is the question here? Total chocolates पूछा है क्या? नहीं पूछा है. Find the number of chocolates received by Rahul. राहुल को कितने मिले थे? 80% मिले थे. तो 80% ऑफ ये जो था अपना बचा हुआ 62.5% of total chocolates 240. This gives you what? 120 chocolates. Okay, let's see again. Mother has total x chocolates. ठीक है? Now let's go step by step. पहले उन्होंने क्या करा? मदर ने she gave it to आकाश. आकाश को कितने चॉकलेट्स दिए? 37.5% of the total chocolates she had. तो ये देने के बाद how many chocolates are now remaining with her? 62.5%. इतने देने के बाद, ठीक है? Now from these remaining chocolates, Sonal and Kushal together received 20% of the chocolates. तो इनको कितने चॉकलेट्स दे दिए? 20% of this जो भी remaining था उसका. And जो भी बचा 20% अगर इसको दे दिया इन दोनों को, तो बचा कितना? 80% बच गया ना उनके पास चॉकलेट. तो 80% किसको देंगे? वो राहुल को दे दिया. अब बोला है कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ चॉकलेट्स गिवन टू दीज टू कुशल एंड सोनल इज 30. सो आई जस्ट इक्वेटेड हियर टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स कि मेरे टोटल चॉकलेट्स क्या है. दिस केम टू बी 240 and then I put the value here. So 80% of 62.5% of 240 gives me 120. अब समझा? Go step by step. And here this statement is very important. Out of the remaining chocolates. Okay, so this question indicates that this is from these chocolates, not from the total chocolates. अगर total में से होता तो तुम सीधा 20% इधर से ही माइनस कर देते कि चलो 62.5% चॉकलेट्स बच गए, अब 20% वापस दे देना है, तो इसी में से 20% माइनस कर दो, तो तुम्हारे कितने बच गए? 42.5. बट नहीं, दिस इज रॉन्ग. व्हाट वी आर गिवन हियर? वी आर गिवन आउट ऑफ द रिमेनिंग चॉकलेट्स. कौन सा स्टेप वापस समझाना है? This is a good question. So understand this question nicely. 80% of 62.5. हाँ देखो यहाँ पे क्या बोला है कि जितनी चॉकलेट्स आकाश को देने के बाद जो चॉकलेट्स मदर के पास बची, whatever chocolates are remaining with the mother, out of that 20% is given to these two guys. So 20% of these remaining chocolates is given to these two guys, which is equal to 30. Up sum the question. A bag contains certain number of nickels, dimes, quarters and dollars in the ratio this. So nickel is to dime is to quarter is to dollar, let's say, is equal to 7 is to 1 is to 8 is to 4. Okay. The total value of currency in the bag is equal to 6450 cents. Now total currency is given in cents, but these things are not equal, right? These are different currencies given here. तो इनका यहाँ पे proportion भी हमें दे के रखा है. So let's say we have 7x nickel, x of dimes, 8x इसका है और बच कितना गया हमारा? 4x. इतने डॉलर्स है अपने पास, ठीक है? Now it is given that one nickel, यहाँ से निकालो, यहाँ से देखो अभी, we have to calculate everything in terms of cents because the total value given to us is in terms of cents. So 20 nickels is equal to 100 cents. So can I say 1 nickel is equal to 5 cents? Similarly, 1 dime is equal to 10 cents, 100 upon 10, right? And 1 quarter का भी निकालो, quarter is equal to 25 cents. एंड $1 का तो दिया ही है, $1 इज इक्वल टू 100 cents. Right? Now what we need to do next step, what is given to us? The total amount in the bag. So amount कैसे निकालोगे तुम? ये multiply proportion with its value. जैसे 7x into 5 plus what is your times? 10 into x. What is your quarters? 8x into 25 plus 4x into 100. ये कितना हो गया तुम्हारा? 400x. ये हो गया तुम्हारा 200x. ये हो गया 10x. ये हो गया 35x. ये हो गया 645. And which is a very convenient number if I say this is equal to 6450 cents. So x is equal to 10. Calculate number of dimes. Now dimes is equal to x only. तो ये ज्यादा calculation हुआ नहीं यहाँ पे, सीधा 10 आ गया. आ गया सबका ये? This was a easy thing, right? इसमें कोई भी concept use ही नहीं हुआ. What concept you had here? No concept you had. It is pure logic, right? Or you want me to do it? क्या बोला है यहाँ पे? एक कैंप में food is enough for 1,000 people for 2 meals a day for the months of December and January. So can I say food कितना है अपने पास 1,000 लोगों के लिए? 2 meal a day, and how many days we have? 62. This is the amount of food we have. अब उसमें से बोला है 380 people do not come for the camp. So how many people attend the camp? Can I say 620 people attend the camp? They are asking for 4 meals a day. So if I give them 4 meals a day, I don't know how many days my food will last, right? How many days my food will be enough to serve them. कब खत्म हो जाएगा पता नहीं. So let us find out D. D क्या हो जाएगा तुम्हारा? 1000 into 2 into 62 divide by 620 into 4. This is what? 50 days. 45 कहाँ से आ गया? How did you get 45? Here, volume of a cone is directly proportional to its height as well as to its square of its radius. ठीक है? Volume of a cone, जो भी cone है, this conical shape, इसका volume is directly proportional to height and the square of its radius. ये जो भी radius आएगा, this, and whatever height is given, this h height, this is directly proportional. Now can I say to eliminate the proportional, I will add a constant here. तो ये मेरा equate हो गया. ठीक है? Now if the original height of a cone is quadrupled, तो अगर height बन गई तुम्हारी 4h and the original radius becomes 1/4, this is 1/4 का square, तो तुम्हारा नया वॉल्यूम v डैश क्या आ जाएगा? 4h into r square by 16. इसको डिवाइड कर लो 4. So this will be kh r square divided by 4. And what is your kh r square? Nothing but your v. So v dash is equal to v by 4. Right? अब calculate percentage change. तो percentage change कितना हो गया तुम्हारा? Initial कितना था v, अब कितना हो गया v by 4. तो ये क्या हो गया तुम्हारा? 75%. 3/4 हो गया. Is given x, y, z. One second. X, y, z is entering into a partnership in which x का contribution is how much? 5100. And x का profit is how much? 450. Y gets 250 and total profit is 850. So how much Z will get? Z gets all the remaining profit obviously. तो इसमें से 700 माइनस कर दो तुम, 150 इसको मिल जाएगा. Right? Now find Z's capital. Now we know that जितना profit, जितना investment होगा उतना ही profit आएगा. Profit will always be proportional to the investment, right? The amount you invest, accordingly you will get the profit ka share. Now, can I say that 5100 upon 450 is equal to x, we don't know iska investment, upon 150, right? So just make this let's see. Now what is given in the question? The ratios of incomes of A's to B is in the ratio 5:4. This is income. And expenditure का ratio is given as 3:2. So what is saving यहाँ से? If I consider this income to be I and expenditure to be E, can I say saving of A is 5I minus 3E and saving of B is 4I minus 2E? ठीक है? If at the end of the year each saves 1600, this is also equal to 1600 and this one is also equal to 1600, then we have to find income of A. चलो देखते हैं ना. If these two is equal, if these two are equal, can we find the ratio of income and expenditure? Can we equate them? क्या आ गया? I is equal to E. ठीक है, income and expenditure is equal. Now just substitute here. 5I minus 3E की जगह I लिख दो is equal to 1600. 2I is equal to 1600. Income का value is what? 800. उसमें से what is income of A? 5/8 of 800, which is nothing but 500. to की अरे I is to ही ऐसे आया कि if I'm अगर उन्होंने बोला है कि सेविंग दोनों की सेम है 1600, तो 1600 दोनों की है, तो 5I minus 3E is equal to 4I minus 2E. ये इक्वेट कर दिया, तो जस्ट टेक I का टर्म्स इस साइड, E का टर्म्स इस साइड, एंड देन आई गेट I is equal to E. हाँ समझा? अभी क्या पूछा था? 5I पूछा था. अच्छा हमने यहाँ I ही डायरेक्टली निकाल लिया है. That is why we don't need to again multiply. ये this is not ratio ना, we have taken directly I. Right. So this is directly 5I, which is equal to 5 into 800, which is 4,000. 5I is income of A, जो हमें पूछा है question. Again a very simple question. Quickly say, quickly बताओ without using your pen and paper. See if you can do. Work done by A minus 1 people in A plus 1 days, and the work done by A plus 1 people in A plus 2 days is equal to 5/6. ये तो ऐसे ही cancel हो गया. Solve this. 6A minus 6 is equal to 5A plus 10. तो ये क्या हो गया? A is equal to 16. क्या दिया है तुमको? 12A is equal to 15B is equal to 20C is equal to 30D. हमने क्या देखा था? We will equate this to some constant. ये constant क्या होता है तुम्हारा? LCM. इसका LCM क्या होगा? 12, 15, 20, 60 का. Can I take it as 60? ठीक है. अब 60 के लिए 12 के साथ क्या मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा? 5. 15 के साथ क्या करना पड़ेगा? 4. 20 के साथ क्या करना पड़ेगा? 3. 30 के साथ क्या करना पड़ेगा? 2. So A is to B is to C is to D का रेशियो क्या आ गया अभी? 5 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2. Agreed so far? Now what we need to do? We need to find out this value. So we will need to find out each ये क्या है? कौन है ये लोग? 4 people. each बंदे के पास कितना पैसा है ना, वो एक्चुअल वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so what is A का part? 5 divided by 9 plus 5, 14 parts of total कितना है सम? 350. This is what? 125. Similarly B का कर लो तुम 400. C का कर लो 3 parts 75 and D का कर लो 2 parts 50. And then just substitute these values. देखो क्या आता है? A plus C is what? Plus D again 150. Subtract कर लो 50 आ जाएगा. It's just calculation, कुछ भी नहीं है. Given here electricity bill has 2 components. थोड़ा fixed amount है, थोड़ा variable amount है. तुम घूमने जाते हो, वेकेशन पे जाते हो, फिर भी बिजली का बिल आता है ना. Why? Because connection का एक fixed amount होता है. So what they are saying कि अगर मैंने number of units क्या हुआ देखो क्या पूछा है यहाँ पे, वेरिएबल अमाउंट है। वेरिएबल अमाउंट कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, जितने तुम्हारे यूनिट्स कंजम्पशन होता है उनका कुछ होता है ना, 2 रुपीज पर यूनिट, 10 रुपीज पर यूनिट, कुछ भी उनका फिक्स्ड होगा, उसके अकॉर्डिंग तुम वेरिएबल वाला कैलकुलेट करोगे। अब फर्स्ट केस में क्या बोला है, जब 480 यूनिट्स आर कंज्यूम्ड एंड लेट्स से दिस इज फिक्स्ड अमाउंट, मेरा बिल आया 1600, 1600। इन अनदर मंथ व्हेन आई कंज्यूम्ड 550 यूनिट्स, my bill is 1810. This is fixed. So in the third month when I consume 600 units, what will be my bill? This is your question. So for this we need to find out what is the fixed amount and what is the variable amount, right? So let's find out these two from this equation. Can I subtract this equation from this? तो मेरा क्या आ जाएगा, 210 is equal to f minus f is cancelled, right? Is equal to 70 u. तो u की वैल्यू क्या आ जाएगी, 3 रुपीज। 3 रुपीज पर यूनिट चार्ज कर रहे हैं वो। अब किसी भी एक इक्वेशन में लेट्स से आई सब्स्टिट्यूट हियर, सो 1600 इज इक्वल टू फिक्स्ड अमाउंट प्लस 3 रुपीज, आ गया तुम्हारा फिक्स्ड अमाउंट 160। नाउ कैन यू सब्स्टिट्यूट डायरेक्टली हियर, 160 plus 600 into 3 which gives you 1800. What is given, your electricity bill has two components, fixed component and a variable component. Variable component तुम कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हो कि जितने तुम्हारे यूनिट्स का कंजम्पशन हुआ है, whatever the units you have consumed of electricity multiplied by the unit cost, right? So always we have this fixed component and we have this variable component. Now we are given here two cases. When in a certain month 480 units were consumed, 480 units का क्या हो जाएगा, 480 u, because let's say u is the amount or the cost of one unit, ठीक है? The bill is 1600, so 1600 लिख दिया. In another month when I consumed 550 units, my bill is 1810. So if question क्या है, in another month if I consume 600 units, what will be the bill amount? So I have to find out your bill amount. So can I just say कि I have two equations and I can solve them to find f and u. So how did I solve them? I subtracted, let's say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. I subtracted 1 from 2. तो मेरा f cancel हो गया. This is 210 is equal to 550 minus 480 is 70. So u की वैल्यू क्या आ गई मेरी, 3 rupees. Now I also need to find out the fixed वाला value. तो किसी भी एक equation में I put the value of u which gives you f का value as 160. Now I have f का value, I have u का value. Can I easily find out the bill? बिजली का बिल जितना आया है, which comes out to be 1960. अब समझा? लास्ट वाला रिपीट करना है. लास्ट वाले में क्या था, तुम्हारा बिजली का बिल कैसे भरोगे तुम? बिजली का बिल भरने के लिए यू हैव टू कंपोनेंट्स, एक तो फिक्स्ड अमाउंट, एक तो वेरिएबल अमाउंट. यहाँ पे बोल रखा है ना, पार्टली फिक्स्ड एंड पार्टली वेरीज विद द नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स. सो दिस इज माय इक्वेशन. उन्होंने बोल रखा है, ठीक है. Now they are telling me कि in a certain month if I consume 480 units, 480 units consume किया, तो my value of the bill is 1600, 1600. Fixed and variable का कोई formula नहीं है. Fixed and variable is what? My bill is equal to fixed amount plus variable amount. अब variable का क्या होता है? Variable मतलब क्या होता है? जितने तुम units consume करोगे, number of units into cost of one unit. ऐसे ही करोगे ना. If you have 3 rupees per unit as your cost of unit, so तो तुमने अगर 100 units consume करा, so 300 units उसका होगा, plus अगर 100 rupees is fixed, so it will be 400 rupees का bill. ऐसे ही होता है ना bill तुम्हारा. This is the same concept we have applied, right? All these topics, guys, these are very much something which you apply in your day-to-day life. If you see topics like profit and loss also, profit and loss every day you are doing. When you're going to a shop, when you're buying something, you have these sales online, you can also figure out कि उनका कैसे है, what profit they are getting, what kind of discounts they are offering, how the price is changing, they increase the price then offer the discount, so कितना उनको profit हो रहा है ultimately. They offer you discounts like buy one get two free, buy one get 50% off on the second one. Similarly, that is nothing but your profit loss chapter. You have this simple interest, compound interest as your chapter. That is also nothing but what you do. तुम बैंक जाते हो, लोन लेते हो, या फिर you purchase a product, you buy, you pay EMIs, you pay installments for it. That is nothing but your simple interest, compound interest. EMI सब लोग करते हैं ना, EMI भरते हो तुम, कुछ नया इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम ले लो Amazon से या कुछ से. That is nothing but your chapter. अब और कुछ है क्या फैंसी इसमें? प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस का कितना है? प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस गोज फ्रॉम मॉडरेट टू डिफिकल्ट लेवल क्वेश्चंस आल्सो, बट दे आर डूएबल. ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स सी दिस वन, दिस क्वेश्चन. इन अ पार्टनरशिप 3 लोग है, A, B, C. A is investing 1/6 of the capital for 1/6 of the time. Let's say capital is C, time is T. So this is capital 1/6 and for this much time. ठीक है. B is investing 1/3 of capital for 1/3 of time and C is investing rest of the capital. तो कितना capital बच गया अभी? 1/6 A ने कर लिया plus 1/3 B ने कर लिया. So this gives me 3/6 और बच कितना गया? और 3/6 बच गया. So C/2 into whole time. पूरा time के लिए ये C बंदा कर रहा था invest. ठीक है. ये समझा, ये स्टेप समझा क्या? Is my capital, T is my time of investment. और मल्टीप्लाई क्यों किया? बाय C/2. बाय C/2 हियर इज दैट C का क्या है? इन्वेस्टमेंट. इन्वेस्टमेंट इज जो भी बचा हुआ, रेस्ट ऑफ द कैपिटल जो भी बचा था. अब कैपिटल टोटल C है, उसमें से 1/6 जो है वो A ने कर दिया प्लस ये जो B ने करा, तो इनका क्या हो गया? 3/6 C हो गया. सो बच कितना गया? 3/6 C. तो मैं 3/6 लिखूं या C/2 लिखूं, एक ही बात है. All right. Now, what is given here? Out of a profit of 6900, we are given कि इतना profit हुआ. A's share is, A का share कितना है भाई? So can I say this is 1/36 is to 1/9 is to 1/2. How do I solve this? How do I solve this? Can I take इसका this thing LCM? LCM क्या आ जाएगा इसका? 36. So सबको 36 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. 1:4 18. ये तुम्हारा रेशियो आ गया. अब what is the investment of A और what is the share of A? 1 parts out of total. ये कितने parts है? 23 into 6900. Now what is the question? इसको amount 1200 and time 12 लेके let करके कैसे करेंगे? Why do you want to give amount as 1200? क्योंकि ये CT कैंसिल हो गया हर जगह से. अब कर लो फिर, वैसे वही रेशियो तो वही आएगा ना भाई तुम्हारा. ये क्या हो जाएगा हर जगह? तुम अमाउंट कुछ भी ले लो. See, irrespective of whatever your amount is and your time is, it is anyway going to be cancelled. तो तुम यहाँ assume कर ही क्यों रहे हो? अरे why cancelled? If my ratio is given as 3/6, don't I write it as 1/2? If my ratio is given as 3k/6k, can't I write it as 3/6? वही किया ना. What I have 3 people here. 3 लोग इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं अलग अलग टाइम के लिए, अलग अलग पैसा इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. So what A is investing? A is investing 1/6 of the capital. So C/6 उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट है for 1/6 of the time. This is his time. Now B is investing 1/3 of the capital. 1/3 capital for 1/3 of the time. ठीक है. C is investing rest of the capital. Rest of the capital मतलब और आधा बच गया, C/2 for the whole time. So whole time is T na, not T/2, right? Whole time is T. So this is their ratio of investments. So accordingly they should get shares from profit. Do you agree? जितना इन्वेस्टमेंट करोगे उतना शेयर आएगा प्रॉफिट का. हाँ, exactly. Now I can cancel ये CT यहाँ पे सबका कॉमन है. So I just cancelled it throughout and I got this ratio. Now this is something which has denominators. So just to eliminate denominators, I took it as LCM and multiplied each one of them with their LCM. यहाँ पे 36 multiply कर लिया, यहाँ पे कर लिया and यहाँ पे कर लिया. अब क्या हो गया, ये 36 cancel, so 1, ये 4, so 4 and here 2, sorry 18, so 18. This is my ratio of investment of A is to B is to C, and इसी ratio में I should divide the profits also. So what is share of A? One part out of how many total things? 18 plus 4 कितना हो गया? 22 plus 1 23. One part out of total 23 into this amount of this total amount, which gives me 300. अब समझा सबको जो भी questions थे. Why do we multiply capital with time? For example, if you have invested some capital, अगर तुमने 50 रुपए invest करे हैं for 2 months, so what is your total investment? It will be 100. And if your friend has invested 50 rupees for 6 months, don't you think he should get more proportion, क्योंकि उसने तो 6 महीने के लिए लगाए हैं पैसे, राइट? उसने 6 महीने के लिए लगाए हैं तो उसको ज्यादा प्रॉफिट मिलना चाहिए ना, उसने तो ज्यादा रिस्क उठाया है. द रिस्क फैक्टर इज मोर, दैट इज व्हाई वी मल्टीप्लाई. ठीक है. सी के लिए टाइम टी होगा या टी बाई टू? टी बाई टू क्यों होगा? यहाँ पे होल टाइम बोला है ना, होल टाइम मीन्स 2, सॉरी टी. हाँ, सी का सी बाई टू कैसे आया? सी का इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या बोला है? सी का इज रिमेनिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो इफ आई हैव टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट एज सी, इफ आई हैव टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट एज सी, उसमें से c by 6 is done by a, तो कितना बच गया इन्वेस्टमेंट? 5 by 6 of c. Now again b is investing 3, तो 5 by 6c minus c by 3. Can I write it as 5c by 6 minus 2c by 6? So ये क्या हो गया? 3c by 6 बच गया. This ये c को इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ा. Now 3c by 6 is nothing but c by 2, right? When radiation at a particular point r, let's say, varies inversely, मतलब inversely proportional to the square of the distance, d square. At a distance, let me eliminate this by putting a constant here. At a distance of 4.2 meter from source, the radiation is 5320 from 4.2 meters. How much will be the distance if radiation measured at a point is 1330? So this will be d square. ये d कितना है? We have to find out. What we know, k we know. So can I say 1330 is equal to 5320 into 4 by 2 square divided by d square, right? So take d square here, and this is nothing but 4 into 4 by 0.2 square. Take square root. Now see, radiation is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. मतलब inversely मतलब 1 by होगा 1 by d square, क्योंकि square of distance है. To eliminate the proportionality, I put in some symbol or I put in some constant. तो मैंने k डाल दिया. अब दिया है कि at a distance of 4.2 meters, the radiation is nothing but 5320 units. So 5320 is equal to k upon 4.2 का square. Now, if my radiation is 1330, what will be my distance? So to find out distance, I just substituted value of k यहाँ से, and I just calculated d square. अब समझा? Can you solve this? What is given? a by b का ये दिया है, ratio दिया है. Let's assume a is equal to 8, b is equal to 3, और यहाँ पे डाल दो values. आ जाएगा 2 into 64 plus 7 into 9 divided by 2 into 64 minus 9. आया सबका? कुछ था क्या ये क्वेश्चन में? दिस इज नथिंग.